Hi and welcome. My name is Lotfi, and in this video I would like to talk to you about how to prevent most illnesses, including cancer, diabetes and many others, by finding, creating and keeping your inner balance. Inner balance is something that a lot of people use as a word, but they don't really understand what it truly means. Most people see us just as three-dimensional beings, just 3D. And they see us as computers, machines that run. The brain is the computer, the rest is just mechanics in the body, in chemistry and biology, and it's all very logical and it's according to what we know from science. That is the only thing that exists, and everything that we cannot explain does not exist, or everything we cannot repeat as traditional science is working. But then the interesting thing is, and this is just between brackets, what we consider to be science is if we can repeat the same thing over and over again, we will get the same result. How about we humans are unique beings and we are constantly changing? Science already has proven that we are constantly changing. Science has proven that our cells are constantly regenerating, that a lot of cells are dying, new ones are created. So technically we are changing. Today I'm not the person I was yesterday. In addition, my experiences of yesterday have changed already who I am, so today I'm already a different person also when it comes to... Also, on top of that, but this is not hitting the mass media, science has already proven that genetically we are changing. Our DNA is changing, has been changing in the last many years. I would say many years, in the last 10 to 20 years our DNA has changed. But they do not understand exactly how and what the consequences are. And then what they call pseudoscience, that actually can explain, but then it's pseudoscience because it cannot be repeated in a lab, so it's not science. Well, it's like somebody who believes in something, like extremely religious people. They will not take anything that's outside their religion and trust it and believe it. And therefore, their original belief is the limitation. And you can see it in many fields. People agree on something, and that's a starting point. If that something gets attacked by new facts, then they do everything they can, everything in their power, to stop it. Because it would mean that everything they've been working on could become obsolete, worthless. Although this is not really true, it's only partially true, still protecting. So this is happening constantly. Scientists debunking or trying to debunking or come with bullshit to just keep new science from upgrading, doing an update, improving, changing facts, going more in depth. It's like when somebody for the first time said the earth is round, and somebody said the earth is going around the sun, not the other way around, then yeah, of course, those people were burned alive on a pile of wood in the middle of the town center. Because it went against the beliefs of people. So what I'm about to tell you is outside the 3D. Is something you may feel is true, but you cannot physically prove it. although there are a lot of examples, it's not something you can repeat all the time because there's so many parameters involved that you cannot have an exact science on it. We know that happiness may increase your lifespan. It's not scientifically proven. They have statistics, but it's not an absolute. And that's where it becomes interesting. The scientists accept statistics, certain kind of statistics, and say, ah, it's true, because it's proving what they like to be proven. But it's not 100%. It's 60% or more, sometimes 51% or more, sometimes it's 90% or more. So if you look around yourself, or you just look at yourself, if you are relaxed and happy, your life looks different. Everything starts to look different. In a moment of happiness, everything starts to look differently. In a moment of happiness, you suddenly have more energy. But this doesn't apply to everyone, because what is the happiness related to? How long is the happiness? What are the other factors in your life? And that's why it is so important that you work on yourself, that you work on your inner balance. Inner balance means you look at all the aspects you have in your life and you start to create harmony. Harmony meaning you make sure you sleep enough. You make sure you go to bed early. And if you say, yeah, but I cannot sleep early, well, if you exercise, which is also healthy, and you look at which kind of exercise to do, if you have overweight, then you don't go jogging because that's damaging your body, but you go swimming or you do other kind of exercise. But you exercise enough during the day, you get physically tired. And then you will sleep when you go to sleep early. And you will see that after a few weeks or a few months, you will get used to going to sleep early and waking up early. You will see that your productivity will go up. You will see that your mood will improve. And you will see that your life in general starts to look brighter. And I say starts to look brighter because certain things changed and certain things didn't. If something is great or not, it's your perspective. It's from which angle do you look at something. An event in your life can be perceived as total disaster or as a great opportunity or a shifting point in your life. It's just how you look at it. And look at the many things that happen in your life. And the easiest things are in your career or at school. Things that happened that you thought were really fucked up led to some new things, to changes. And those changes at the end turn out to be better for you. And sometimes it takes time. And generally it takes time when you keep fighting nature. You keep fighting what's happening. You do not accept. And as long as you do not accept, things will not work for you. Some of you may ask yourself, where is this going? Some of you may have lost me completely. And some of you understand and start to realize things. And it's okay. Any of you who didn't understand is fine. I have another video that you will find if you click the link. If you're not watching this on my website, there will be a few videos next to each other and you can click another one. Different people understand things from different perspectives. Sometimes it's simpler, sometimes it needs to be more complex, sometimes people love the philosophical part, and that's why I'm creating different videos. Because I would like everyone to understand and everyone to get as much as he can. So in this video I went very much in depth and I took the bigger picture. And we'll continue on the bigger picture here. I believe what people call pseudoscience is actually more science than the regular science. The regular science has banished a lot of stuff that has been used for millennia. A lot of knowledge that was there. For example, the Mayan had a lot of knowledge and they predicted a lot in advance. And they were very specific when it comes to dates, to events. And yet, modern science is ignoring it all. And there can be theories about it. Modern science is driven by money, by power, so it's driven by control. And I believe modern science has no benefit, or the people behind modern science have no benefit in having an aware society. If you find your inner balance and become healthy, you will not consume medications anymore. Pharmaceuticals will not benefit from you. That's bad for their business. That's why most of modern science is about, most modern healthcare is about symptom fighting. Dealing with the symptoms, not going to the root of the problem. For example, chemotherapy has been proven over and over to be the least effective, and in many cases not having any effect, only damaging, and yet it keeps being used for financial reasons mainly, and also because we need to give this patient something, we need to do something. You cannot just say go home. No, and let's give him something and let's make some good money. Yay! A win-win! The patient believes he's getting something and we're doing our effort and our best and we're filling our pockets. And that's bullshit. And it's not just my opinion, it's the opinion of millions of people. And I believe soon to be billions. Because consciousness on Earth is growing. And you can find a lot about this. And I'm not so good at all the details about the Schumann resonance and stuff, but I know it's increasing and it has to do with our level of awareness and also with the level of things that we need to deal with to grow, to clean ourselves energetically, to clean ourselves emotionally, to learn our lessons. And that's why it's so crucial that we work on ourselves. And when it comes to these things, I mainly talk from my personal experience, the experience of my clients, the experience of my coaches, my mentors, and the people around me. And what I see is that the people focusing on the 3D world are the least happy. They get happy when they get something in the 3D world, and then when that something has been there for a while or goes away, then again their happiness Yeah. Already many years ago, I saw that my moods were going up and down. And then, when I started working on myself, I saw the down was much less down than normal. The up, yeah, was the same or less up. But the average was going up. The middle of the line was going up. And it started to be much less big, that difference between the high point and the low point. Doesn't mean that I still have days where I don't feel great. It's the days that I do not accept things, it's the days I fight nature, or the days that simply I have a lot on my plate and I don't know how to deal with it, and I forget to properly ground and meditate and to work from that 0 point within me. So yeah, it's still happening, but it's happening much less than before. Why? Because I've been working on myself. And working on myself has been interacting with the right people, but also practicing and keeping an open mind. It's very important to keep an open mind. And then you may ask, okay, give me some practical stuff I can do. Well, I can give you some very practical stuff. The way I work with my clients is based on my personal experience and on the many things I've learned. My personal experience is quite broad. If you want names, I could say Reiki, magnetizing, Theta healing, Qigong, Gene Keys, human design, you name it. I use a lot of things, and I generally don't focus on which one am I using now. No, it's unconscious, it's subconscious, it's intuitive. My favorite activity is organizing a breakthrough workshop. I do this with my dear partner Ibi Beresh for a few reasons. We have different backgrounds, but we have come to grow very close, and we are also life partners, and we found the balance between male and female in our relationship. And that balance is needed during very intense workshops or very intense sessions. Sometimes for certain sessions we also team up because it's needed to have both the male and the female energy present and to balance them within the client. That's why we do together the breakthrough workshop. Each of us could do it on his own, but it wouldn't have the same effect. It would not be as powerful. During these workshops, we help people to find the biggest blockage or the deepest blockage and resolve it by going to the root of it. For this we use countless techniques. Every breakthrough workshop and every breakthrough, every person is completely different. Sometimes there are similarities, but I can tell you, if you would be part of a perfect twin, and you and your brother or you and your sister would come to us, you would both get different treatment. Even if you would have the same problem, with the same root, you still are unique beings. Even if you have been together most of your life, even Siamese twins are different. Because you process things differently, you come with a different soul, you come with different energy, you have different perspective on life. So during the breakthrough workshops, we feel what's needed on the moment, on that specific moment. We use whatever technique comes to mind, or we combine the different techniques. Sometimes we use family constellations, sometimes we do lip. We often start with a meditation, but that is just to help people to empty their minds, to focus, to concentrate better. But the meditation may not be the first thing we do. The meditation may come after an hour or after 2 hours. Depending on the group, we start acting and things happen. Because it's the dynamic of the group. It is the need of the individuals within the group. It's the need for the group as one. We also do trance sessions. During these sessions we help people to... we have 2 types at this moment, but we may discover more types. 2 types are... One is the internal meeting, which consists of going into deep relaxation and then meeting the different parts we are built of. Your mind, your ego, your soul, inner child, and go on. And the second one is the one where we help relieving pain, the pain that is keeping the person from addressing his fears, addressing his blockages. Because sometimes the pain can be so enormous that it's like an enormous stone on top of everything, and you cannot move, you cannot breathe. So we take out that top layer of pain so the person can move freely again and can deal with his issues. And this is very helpful when there has been traumatic events in the person's past. And that doesn't mean that the events are gone, it means the thick layer of pain is reduced to such a level that the person can start to deal with it, with the root of the pain again, and really resolve the pain. It doesn't mean you will forget what happened, but it will not hurt you anymore. Because you've learned the lessons you had to learn, you have dealt with it, you have found inner peace. Looking at it, you have accepted that it has happened and that it has made you who you are today, which probably is a stronger person, which maybe is a person who's there to help many others and doing great things for others because of that experience. But first that pain has to go. Doesn't mean you cannot do things when the pain is still there, but that pain will always be blocking you or limiting you. Once that pain is gone, you are back in your energy, you have much more energy to do great things. And not to do them out of guilt or because you feel bad for someone, no. Because you love people and you want to give them that great feeling that you have managed to reach after you had your trauma. And you wish them to also reach that level, to also move forward and start enjoying life again and doing great things. Experiencing great things. There are also clients with whom I just sit and talk and have helped them to realize things about themselves and to resolve inner problems. Sometimes giving them some advice, but generally is simply asking them the right questions on the right moment that lead them to find the answers within them, because all the answers are within you. You just need to tap into universal consciousness, into the knowledge that you have or that you can access to. But not everyone is already able to do that. And you can learn to do that. With some help, you can learn it. So I do teach that. And there are many more things I do with my clients. There are many more tools that we use than what I named. Grounding is one of them. Generally during the meditations we help the clients to ground. And grounding is connecting to the earth again, but also to the spiritual world, to the universal consciousness. And being aware of both, being in the middle of it. Letting that energy flow through you. And then from grounding comes cleaning. And then you get recharging. And then you get shielding. And these are things you can learn. And we love to teach them because they're crucial. Because they help us to prevent leaking energy, to prevent wasting energy, to prevent having people suck your energy away, prevent things sticking to you, prevent you from getting out of balance easily. Some people cannot stand crowds. Well, that's something you can learn. Some people are afraid by themselves when they're alone or in the dark. Something you can learn. Some people have addictions. I had my own addictions. And you can also get rid of them. There are different ways of getting rid of them. Generally they are complex. When I say complex, not like super difficult, but multiple things are needed. And what we have discovered, EB and I, is that during trance sessions you can work on those. Because addictions often come from something unconscious. And yeah, every addiction is different, so we deal with them differently. But this is also something we work on. And I'm telling you this, not because I'm promoting my services, but because these different things are things that can help you to find more inner balance. Because most of us have addictions. And sometimes the addictions are very visible, and sometimes the addictions are hidden more or less within our escape path, our escape pattern. We are escaping from certain situations. That's based on fear, but there's often an addiction that takes over. And yeah, that's something you can deal with, something you can resolve. Like all of your fears, you can resolve them. I'm not afraid of death anymore. I'm not in the mood to die already, but I'm not afraid of it. And if you would have memory of all our previous lives, then I'm not in the mood to die already and to reincarnate already, because I'm not in the mood to relive my youth and go back to school and stuff like that, and then go through all those phases before I reach where I am today. But thank God, when you reincarnate, we don't remember all that. Our memory is wiped, and yeah, we just start over. That's a good thing. Because they made these movies about people who are re-experiencing things or living in a loop, time loop. And that's like exhausting. But we are actually doing that as humans. Because we have so many things we want to learn. Our souls want to learn. That's why we incarnated in these physical bodies on this planet. In this world with all these energies. With all the positive and all the negative emotions that are there. Everything you see around you is an experience. People manipulating, people cheating, people hurting, people wanting power, dominating, taking things away from you. They're just the opposite of many positive things. And yet we have to experience both to truly have life experience and to move on to another place. If you can see it this way, then you will embrace every experience you have, the joyful and the painful. And yeah, it's not always easy. And yeah, sometimes we will get upset. We will cry. We'll be angry. We would want revenge. Or punish somebody or hurt somebody. Because it's really affecting us very deeply. But that's the moment where you can reach inner balance by dealing with things in a peaceful way, finding peaceful solutions, not letting certain things affect you. If you're still watching, then I know that even if you didn't understand everything I said or not everything made sense, the energy I'm transmitting reached your core. And then I congratulate you because you really managed to accomplish something in this lifetime. Because not everyone is there yet. Not everyone also has the patience to listen to what's going on, to observe what's going on. It's also hiding, it's also running away to go back to the daily stuff. Yeah, I need to go back to work. Yeah, I need to go do this. Yeah, I need to go do that. I have to. That's running away. Have the balls to say, I'm not in the mood for this. I love to do this or that instead. That's honesty. Hiding behind the I have to, that's running away. And we all do that from time to time. Some do it a few times, some do it very often. But the less you do it, the more you're conscious, the more you're aware, the more you're finding your inner balance. And I encourage you to share in the comments below on YouTube, or to send me a message, or if you're watching this on Facebook, to put a comment where you share your experiences, plural, to share what you've learned, to share where you were a few years ago and where you stand today. Why? I would love to see what the different people are experiencing or what they're doing, but it will not only encourage me to keep going, keep doing what I'm doing, to encourage a lot of other people and inspire them to keep going as well, or to even start. Because sharing is one of the most important things here on earth. And I believe not only here on earth. Sharing your lessons, sharing your life experience is crucial for the development and the well-being of everyone. And by making other people stronger, you grow stronger too. Knowledge is power. Well, it's not just power for the person who has it. Spreading the knowledge increases the power for everyone, including the person who's spreading. I'm not talking about power being stronger than others and overpowering others. I'm talking about inner power, the inner peace, being able to be happy without needing anything external for that. And if this is something you would like to reach, being simply happy without needing anything from outside, then you can find on my website, under events, you can find how to be simply happy. It's a simple program, it's very practical, it's easy to do, it's not expensive at all, and yeah, you can share it with your friends, you can let them join as well, and you will see how great it can be. I know this was a very philosophical video, it went very much in depth, but again, you're watching till the end, you're understanding. Be grateful to yourself, and I congratulate you, because you've come a long way and you are on a great path with a lot of potential, with a lot of happiness and success ahead of you. You may be living it already, but more is coming, much more. So keep going, keep up the good work. I'm truly happy for you. Looking forward to see you soon and to interacting with you mainly. Have a beautiful day.